Welcome, everyone, to a 2019 podcast. We are very sorry that we've been gone for so long, but we are back, and we're very happy to be here. And my eyes are actually closed under this because it's so tight that it's like I just might as well leave my eyes closed, you know? But as you can see, we're doing a Birdbox challenge podcast edition. Because the first article we're going to talk about is Birdbox.
Birdbox. So, as many of you know, I don't know where you guys are at, but as many of you guys know, hopefully you're watching that 45 million actual accounts went and watched Birdbox that first week. And from this stemmed the Birdbox challenge. Have you guys heard about the Birdbox challenge?
I think
a little bit, just a little bit.
So that's basically what we're doing right here.
What?
I think I'm pointing to myself. I think I'm hoping.
I think this is me.
I think this is me. I'm pretty sure. I don't know where these guys are at, but I'm pretty sure this is me.
You're telling me.
It's where they do either regular tasks or not so regular tasks, you know, with the blindfold on, and see if you can actually go and do.
Do you know some of the tasks? Was one of them like going through a drive-through?
Going through a drive-through? That one was one.
Idiots.
Driving through a drive-through Birdbox challenge.
There's been like a basketball one, like riding a bike one. All these multiple.
Was there a podcast one? Someone doing a podcast?
I don't think so.
So we're maybe the first ones doing this.
Hopefully the first. Hopefully we're not
the first.
That would be pretty cool.
That would be pretty cool. But yeah, 45 million counts, and then all of a sudden this Birdbox challenge just came up, and it's actually caused so much. I'm assuming people have actually reported, you know, that they've been hurt or gone to the hospital because of this, because Netflix actually issued a statement on their Twitter.
What?
Yep. So Netflix said, "Can't believe I have to say this. I'm gonna pretend like I'm reading because I really can't see what my phone says." But please do not participate in the Birdbox challenge. Something along the lines of that.
It was like, don't hurt yourself.
Yeah,
right?
don't hurt yourself.
Don't hurt yourself doing this. Boy and girl want you to go into 2019 not harming yourself by
because of a meme.
Because of a meme.
Because of a meme.
So I mean, for those who are, for those not 45 million viewers of, you know, the movie, is someone pointing at me?
No. Do you want me to point at you?
No. What is the movie about? Just like a no spoilers, but just kind of a rough
spoilers.
Yeah,
no spoilers.
Synopses.
So there's some type of incident where people begin to commit suicide.
How do you not spoil that movie?
Yeah.
Like, that's the only thing is like, because
you see that in like the first 5 minutes of the film. So
that's true.
I really don't.
So
think
it's
I'm spoiling that much, but
it's like post-apocalyptic, right?
No. It's actually
okay.
it's. I guess it's
kind of
maybe
like
the beginning. I guess
it's like apocalyptic. It's not post-apocalyptic. It becomes
like
apocalyptic.
It's occurring.
Right? Yeah, it's
occurring. Okay.
And then
so
it becomes
as the events unfold, it
post-apocalyptic.
becomes an apocalyptic event. Where I guess it starts out in, I want to say, I forgot the name of the country. It's I don't know if it's Romania, maybe Romania.
I thought it was in Russia that it started. Like, it was multiple countries though.
No, it was a small country, and
Really?
then it spread out. Yeah, it was a smaller European country. I want to say it was like Romania, and so it went from Romania, and then it started spreading from there. But I don't want to spoil too much.
Okay, so pretty much they have to wear the blindfolds because
of whatever's occurring is causing people to if they see it with their own eyes, they will. I'm not sure if it's hallucinate.
Okay.
Or if they see something, but it ends up making them commit suicide.
Oh,
Yeah.
Shit.
Yeah,
Okay.
and so
That's
that's
crazy.
pretty much the whole premise of the story, and it focuses on
Sandra Bullock.
Sandra Bullock. I forget her name in the movie.
I don't know her name in the movie either.
And her
Do they
journey.
say her name in the movie?
Yeah, they do.
Oh, they do.
Yeah,
Probably woman.
lady.
On a scale of 1 to 10, how scary is it?
Not that scary.
It's not meant to be scary.
It's
meant
not.
to be
It's
more
more
like a
it's more of a
like
thriller.
a thriller. Yeah,
Thriller.
it's definitely a thriller.
psychological thriller, something that might
Yeah.
mess with your brain a little bit.
But I guess there's been like some talk about like it could. I've heard just one instance it could like trigger people into, feeling a certain type of way because of how the movie is done.
Oh, interesting.
So
The
that's
way
what
the way it's edited?
I have no actual like quotes or
What do you
anything
mean?
like that. Because of how they harm themselves, and it could be like a triggering effect for people who may struggle with that. I didn't want to take it too soft to that level. I was like, I didn't really think about that, but yeah, I was like, oh man, that's kind of interesting. I try to have to explain it to somebody. It's like, no, it's not really like that. It's really just like an apocalyptic type of movie.
Okay.
So it's not scary. It is interesting. The first like 10 minutes of the movie are probably the most interesting of the entire movie. I don't
First
know.
10 minutes?
Agree? Yeah, when it actually everything starts occurring.
Oh, a little bit.
Yeah.
Yeah, because you kind of see what's going on in the news, and then
How the breakout just starts.
yeah,
and all
it
that
just
stuff.
kind of like slowly.
Pandemonium and all
Yeah,
that.
you
Yeah.
start seeing it happen, and you see how they ignore it and stuff like that. Like it just
Gotcha.
comes out on TV. But there are some really cool elements to the movie that I liked. I didn't necessarily like others. I mean, I guess at this point, do we not talk about the movie? Spoilers? No spoilers? I mean, at this point, we're literally wearing bandanas to not talk about a movie. We're
we're not really giving a review. We're just kind of discussing it. So I mean,
Yeah.
whatever. As long as it's not like a crazy major end of the
Yeah.
story spoiler, then I'm sure people
Again,
know the premise of what's going on.
I think
in
it's
the movie.
it's a pretty big deal. Like,
So we could save it for like after the show credits. That way, if anyone wants to stay and watch to
Yeah.
the end, then they can add that bit,
Spoilers at
you
the
know what I
end.
mean? So like,
yeah, but I liked it. I think it could have been done slightly better,
Yeah.
only because there was too many unanswered questions as far as like what made people like think that a bandana would help.
right.
But
Because
I feel like
because it was like they figured that out right away, and I'm like, how the hell did you figure it out? But the people that were like fucking happened didn't fucking figure that out.
that's true.
I'm like, who the fuck are you, Sandra Bullock? And why do you have powers in this movie too, bitch?
What other movie did she have powers in?
I don't know. She's always a fucking
Something.
yeah.
She's just Sandra Bullock.
Yeah, she's
I
Sandra
don't know.
Bullock.
I mean, I
Aaron
thought
Brockovich, she definitely had powers in that movie.
that's
It's
Julia
Aaron.
Roberts.
Is that really?
Yeah. I was like, she's in that movie?
Yeah, it's not Sandra Bullock. Sandra Bullock was in
She's in Miss Congeniality.
Miss Congeniality. She
Oh
was a cop.
yeah, and that the sidewinder, the football
Blindside.
blind side.
The
Hey,
Blind Side. Oh yeah.
Oh, she has a theme going here.
she does.
Okay.
No, but I mean, there was a few different unanswered questions. But in terms of like Netflix movies, you got to actually give it to them because this one is the one that's actually interesting. I mean, how many of the Netflix movies that you are like, oh my god, this is actually a good Netflix movie?
Yeah,
Because-
this movie had a way better production. It seemed like a movie that should have come out in theaters.
Yeah,
wow.
and it could have been a movie that came.
Yeah,
out.
absolutely. Like I don't know if they make more money by debuting it on Netflix. I mean,
They probably do. I mean, 45 million accounts seen it on that first day. 45 million.
but I mean, how much money do they make off of that? If you repeatedly watch that movie,
But
they don't play any ads, so it's not like they're
No.
making any money off of it. Those accounts are already paying monthly.
It's true.
Right.
But
So
I'm sure that's how they measure the success of it. It's like how many people have actually watched this, and 45 million people to actually watch that.
Right.
And just the first week, it's not even
If-
because I watched it in the second week.
If this is big, it might bring people in. That maybe some of
Yeah.
the 45 million
True,
are people who are
definitely.
new subscribers because they're like, oh shit, everyone's talking about this movie.
Mhm.
Let's get Netflix and try it out.
Yeah.
Let's watch this.
I think it's been like their biggest success in terms of a movie.
Okay.
Because I mean,
That's nice.
what other movies come to mind that
Movies? I don't know.
exactly
TV shows. Yeah.
TV shows, yeah, but when have they actually tapped into a movie?
Right.
Like they have like a whole thing with Adam Sandler. Those movies suck.
Yeah.
They are freaking terrible. But I mean, they're still paying the guy, but they're actually coming up with a movie that took social media by storm to where they even came out with memes.
Right.
That's the reason why I watched it, was because of the memes.
Oh, okay.
That literally is like, what the hell is this going on? Like,
I don't know how many people actually watched it like the first day it came out, but the second day that it was out, there were memes everywhere. I saw like 4 or 5 memes on my like Instagram feed, and I was just like, is this movie like that big? Has it been around longer than I thought?
Yeah.
Because as far as I was concerned, that was the first day that it came out. It was
Right.
like a debut, like a new release. But I've never seen a movie have that many like memes directly like immediately after. Like that was pretty crazy. I saw like 4 or 5 the following day, and I was like, this movie is that big already?
Yeah.
I'm like, I was really surprised. It has a lot of people, a lot of followers, a lot of people have seen it.
so this brings up another thing that is coming in mind is Martin Scorsese's movie that's coming out on Netflix.
Oh.
I forget what the name of it is, but obviously it has Robert De Niro as Joe Pesci as Al Pacino, and it's Martin Scorsese directing this film, and it's going to go straight to Netflix. So it brings up a question in my mind is, are they eventually going to tap into how to charge a person to watch these movies? Or are they going to increase? How are they going to build that revenue? Obviously, they're
They've
building
been
it up.
steadily increasing it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And I think because if there's 45 million people able to watch this movie, that's a lot of people internationally that have a Netflix account. I mean, and everyone's either paying $13 on average is probably what it is. So that's a lot of freaking money. You know what I mean, coming in. And there were articles from last year, 2018, where they're saying that they're going to go hard in the next 2-3 years. Hard.
How hard?
In production of their TV shows and their movies. Like, they're really going to be putting it like trying to be like, as Hollywood as possible.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I'm surprised that they haven't tried to take Amazon's spin and release the movie on in theaters and select theaters, because when you can, then it can go to the awards.
Oh.
If it stays in as a subscription, it cannot be put up for awards.
But how long until that changes?
I'm nodding my head. Sorry?
I wonder how long that actually changes.
Right.
How long are they going to be like, no, we're not? But obviously these different streaming services like Disney Plus, they're all going to be like,
social
no. Social
media, increases more and more and more. Maybe that's when the rules change. Like, anything that's like a service can also be part of that. But as of right now, there's like a very strict, no, if it's not in theaters, then we're not counting it as part of the awards. So that's why a lot of Amazon TV shows and movies, or at least some of them, were able to get to the awards.
That makes sense.
Award shows or whatever. So I'm wondering if Netflix is going to try to take that spin on it and be like, hey, we're going to put some in the theaters too to make extra money and to see if we can get more, pretty much sponsorship by just getting to the award ceremony and having people watch and realize that we make good shit.
Yeah. If this movie was in theaters, it would have done fucking great.
Yeah, I think so too.
I mean, even the trailer looked good. Mm-hmm. It looked worthy of okay, you know what? I might watch that. Maybe not on the opening weekend, but I'll watch it a couple days after.
Yeah. Right.
And even then, the buzz was so big, everybody would have watched it. It would have been the same amount. So imagine if there's 45 million subscribers, 45 million views that they got.
That's just the first week.
Yeah, that's the first week. Imagine how much money that would have revenued if they would have just released it. Yeah. I mean, then again, you never know. It might have been a totally different movie with a different production, because it would have been a different studio that would have made it.
But it's cool that Netflix...
No, I mean, I'm saying that Netflix can release it into theaters. They have that option.
Yeah.
Just like Amazon Studios have been doing that, too.
But I wonder if Netflix is just trying to go a different route to where it's like, no, we just want movies.
Yeah, it's like, hey, we can show you that we can be like a service but still make great movies and TV
Yeah,
shows.
especially with them losing like different contracts and not being able to. Because
Right.
we talked about it's like, well, it's getting really boring, but now there's a resurgence of, like, hey, if they tap into movies that they're making and they're
Yeah.
actually really good,
Definitely.
that would completely reprise every like doubt that is like, oh, okay, because I'm assuming Netflix lost a lot of users recently. Because I've heard of people like, oh, I'm gonna cancel it because they're not offering me anything.
Right. Right.
But
Which
now,
makes sense because I mean, think about it. When was the last time that they released anything that created this much buzz? Even remotely close.
it's been
Even
a
remotely
long
close.
time.
Now I'm not saying because this is by far crazy.
Yeah.
Compared to like other movies or TV shows, but
Yeah.
what was the last thing that they released
Oh, man.
that had this much buzz?
This
I don't
much?
even know, like
I
Orange is the
don't-
New Black comes to mind.
Maybe, yeah.
And even then,
The
it's
very first season
Yeah.
of Daredevil with the
Daredevil.
hallway scene
No, I don't-
and everything. I mean,
I-
it wasn't as big,
No.
but it was big because
Yeah.
people did talk about it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And it didn't make memes. It didn't, you know.
Like House
Um,
of Cards when that first came out, that had a good buzz, but
And how many years
it's
ago was
been-
that?
It's
Right.
been a long time to where I
It's been a
feel
long-
like
Years.
Yeah.
Years. It's like they've fallen off as far as saturation, oversaturation.
Oh, right.
They've put
Right,
out
right.
so much shit, and half of it is
Oh,
not
speaking
even
of
that
new
good.
shit, Punisher
season 3 is coming.
season
Yeah.
2
Oh,
is
season
coming
2.
out January 18th.
Yeah.
For
That's
us,
about right.
that's 8 days. For them, that's like 4.
Oh snaps!
Yeah, or 3, or I don't know.
I just got into
Math.
the middle of Daredevil season 3.
Ooh,
I don't have no idea how that got canceled. Daredevil season 3 is so good.
right?
It is so good. I mean, I
Uh.
get it because they talked about like I remember reading an actual article from Luke Cage and them being like, oh well, if we got petitions and the actors are like, it's like I honestly don't think it was just you guys. It was literally just things with the networks and what they're doing and kind of like moving on. That's what really ended it.
Mhm.
It's nothing that you guys can really do. Yeah, it'd be cool, but honestly, from your guys' end, there's nothing really you can do. Netflix was just done, and they're kind of just trending in a different direction in terms of what they're gonna do.
Right.
So-
Well, and then decided to just pull the trigger early on it, essentially.
No, yeah,
You know.
that's just because of Disney.
Right.
Yeah.
Exactly.
But they're not gonna say that.
No, I'm not gonna say that. But we
So,
all know.
and then speaking of Disney, the Loki TV show
Mm-hmm.
is going to be narrated by Tom Hiddleston. Is that what it is?
Yeah.
Okay. It's going to be narrated by him, and there's going to be a younger Loki playing
Oh.
Loki in the actual TV show.
What the
Yeah.
hell?
So it's going to be way before when Loki was younger.
How do you feel about that?
I guess it makes sense. It's
It
targeted
makes
towards
sense.
kids.
That, and you see Infinity War, and you're kind of like, oh wait, okay, yeah.
Yeah,
so
he's dead. Well, I mean, I
he's
think
dead,
I think we all could have assumed it was gonna be a prequel to everything, but
Right.
I was hoping it was still gonna be him.
Yeah, that would have been cool.
Well, if it's going to be a prequel to that, I'm really excited for the Black Widow TV show. Because what if it's a prequel to that? Right, to her, like her origin story,
Oh,
essentially. Because
yeah.
we've never really gotten her
Wait,
own
she's
origin
gonna get her
story.
own
Yeah,
story,
that's right.
but
Her
but
and
is it gonna
Loki.
is it gonna be her,
I
or
don't
is it
know.
gonna be another younger character?
There's
That's what I
probably
mean. If
another
it's a
young character.
prequel, if it's if it's way before, like a very early time when she actually becomes like a spy or whatever, that is an interesting story that I'd like to see.
This bandana's starting to irritate my eyes right now. It really is. It sucks.
All right, so after this, we already have our beers, but you're going to be seeing shortly our beer of the show, explaining what exactly this beer is. But we wanted to do the Birdbox challenge while we discuss this article and discuss more about it and Netflix and all that crap. So thank you for tuning in. Okay, we are going to do our beer of the show. Let's go ahead and start the raffle poll, or whatever.
Oh, you gotta shake it.
Yeah, you shake it because
Shake,
Vince is
shake.
pulling.
Not that kind of shake it.
Is that a shimmy?
I was just gonna back it up a little bit.
Oh.
No,
Can't
not
say
that kind of
nothing.
shake it. Is that not gonna
Shake it, shake it, shake
Should I
it, shake
tape
it.
it to my ass and
Shake it
just,
like a salt shaker.
and then the one that
Whichever
falls out?
Yeah. Oh my God, we're doing that next show.
I got it. Yes.
Brought to you by Tupperware. Just kidding.
10.
Yes.
Oh,
Oh,
Zen.
I don't know.
I know you don't know.
Zen.
You.
10.
Zen.
I don't put this back in here,
10.
right?
Zen. Yes.
No, you don't.
Yes. Oh, du 3, 4, 5, 6. Oui, 18. 12. What? How do you say neuf?
How do you say noof? You just said it.
No, how do you say 10? My bad. 18? No. 2. 1. 2. 11. 10. Whatever. I don't know French. I felt that class.
I never took French.
I never took Spanish.
I never
should've.
took a language class.
Really?
Never took
I did a
language
year and a
class.
half of language, and then I went to what are the one that you're on stage and all that stuff, drama or whatever.
Oh, yeah.
I took that for like a
That
like
makes
a year
sense.
and a half.
Now I see it.
I
You
did-
dramatic ass bitch.
People went to it so they could
Just slack off and not do shit.
slack
for
off
it.
and not do shit, and then ditch. That was the one.
An easy.
I've been I went to like the beach and stuff like that. My friend had at the time had a Mustang, like a
Convertible?
no.
Oh,
Oh, it was
was
convertible, but we never put the top down.
Oh, because it
It was
didn't work.
Probably not.
Ommegang.
Dun dun.
Ommegang. Tres Philosophers.
Oh.
Have you guys had this one?
Oh,
No.
yes. It
It's
was one
very
of the
good.
first Ommegangs
It is
that I've had.
a quadruple ale with brewed with strawberries and cranberries. Quite
Sounds-
excited to try it.
So good.
Wait, you've never had this?
No, motherfucker.
What? This is bomb. Wait, I'm pretty sure you have.
Bam.
I'm almost positive that we had it at the apartments.
Probably, but I mean,
bomb on a
you know how many beers ago that was?
You can't say bomb on the plane.
Bomb, bomb, bomb. Bombardier.
I said bomb at an airport once in Mexico.
Really?
God,
Yeah.
did you?
In Spanish? Or?
Yeah, in Spanish. Cause
You're so good at it.
You gotta over sexualize everything. I love
whisper
it.
in my ear while I pour it.
You're so good.
Oh, glunk, glunk.
How many ounces is this bottle?
Hey, it's almost Super Bowl Sunday, guys.
I
In like
know.
another month.
On the third. The third.
Oh, it's
Sunday the third.
Oh, when does your team play?
3 weeks.
My team plays on Sunday.
Saturday
My-
or Sunday?
Mine is
Sunday.
too.
The Chargers play
Yours
on
is
Sunday
too?
too.
Mhm.
Against the Patriots. That's gonna be a good game.
Do you have a Sunday night game or a Sunday morning game?
Sunday. Actually, I don't know. I think it's gonna be a Sunday morning game,
Do I have
but
a
both
Sunday
games
night
are gonna be on the East Coast. So I don't know which one's gonna be first. I think the Chargers play first, and the
I think the Chargers and
the
Pats
Saints
play
play later. Almost got it perfect.
Who do you guys play?
I almost got it. I got a little more film on this one.
A little foam. Football.
It's a science, guys.
It is.
It's definitely a science.
It's like chem class. I fucking failed chem class.
No, this one has more money. Bam!
His name's Walter
Cool.
White.
Cheers, bitches. I mean,
Did we talk
Fellas?
about the beer? Oh, you did, huh?
I did.
You did. Salud.
very nice
Oh, wow.
for a quadruple.
Yep.
So
Must be
nice,
good.
little sweet, little
Smooth.
taste of currants,
Currants.
raisins. Got a
Currants.
little raisin
Might be
flavor
the-
in there.
It might be the cranberry.
Cranberry? Is it cranberry?
Yeah, strawberries and cranberries.
Ooh, 9.7%.
Strawberries and cranberries. That's what it is.
9.7.
9.7%.
You have a pretty good voice for that.
Thank you.
Say, I'm Batman.
I'm Batman. Where are my parents? My parents are dead. My parents are dead. Where's the detonator? Oh, don't we need to do the out credits to this too?
Oh, where Javi releases some spoilers.
Spoilers. Wait, you haven't watched
Spoilers.
it yet, though, huh?
No, I haven't.
Never mind.
You can do it.
No, you gotta watch it.
Yeah, you gotta watch it.
Whatever.
Yeah.
Fuck you.
All right, right now.
They all die. Just
I
kidding,
know
they don't.
it.
Just
Oh
kidding.
my God.
Just kidding. They don't die.
It's like The Mist.
The Mist was a really good movie.
Whatever.
Really?
The short story was better.
I like the end of
Which
The
short
Mist.
story?
Stephen King's short story, The Mist.
Like the actual book?
Uh-huh.
Oh,
They did
I'm-
it like
yeah.
they did it like a short story, and then they ended up making it a movie. But I think I liked the short story better just because it gave more information. Obviously, you know.
Oh yeah,
I-
the movie didn't give too much.
I like the end of the movie. I thought the end of the movie was so good.
Yeah, that was the whole like twist at the end of the
Yeah.
short story too. It's just like, oh fuck, are you kidding me?
Yeah, he shot his own daughter and then fucking. That's crazy.
I forgot
And he
them. I
ended
forgot a
up
lot
being
about that movie.
alive.
Yeah, because he only had 3 bullets left, so he killed everybody in the car.
Yeah, so that he
And
would be
then-
the one that has to die by the monsters.
Yeah,
And then the monsters end up getting taken out,
yeah, God.
and so he stays alive. And all he
I
has to do
I
is
can't
just
say
wait.
it wasn't like a good ending. I mean, if you didn't read the book,
I forgot about that.
it was fucking good.
It was fucked up. It was like Game of Thrones level shit. you know
Yeah,
what
it
I
was
mean?
really good though.
Yeah, I
like
guess
that
we have our own end credits now.
All right, for that movie.
Chicka chicka shimana hidabada shimana.
Shyamalan.
I can't see still.
We'd
Where's
hope
the
so.
mic? There you are. Okay, I see you. I don't see you, but
Well, that is the end of our show. Part 1. We appreciate you hanging out. If we make this a 2-part, you'll be seeing it next week where we go
Yes.
into the top. What are you guys doing?
What?
Top anticipated movies of 2019.
ooh,
There's a lot of movement going on next to me. It's
There
kind of
is.
creepy. I hear lip smacking. Like he's gonna. Are you gonna kiss me?
I mean, it could. I'm a little far from you. Is Javi still
Jesus.
next to me?
Maybe.
That freaked me out. Just.
comment-
Lord.
Comment in the
I would have
section
fucking
of
died.
the comments
I
of
would
the
have just,
below.
I would just fuck this shit. I'm gonna take out the
this thing.
banana. Someone whispering in my ear like that. Fuck no. Hell no.
Ding-a-ling-a-ling. Ding-a-ling-a-ling. Don't we have bells in that movie? Ding-a-ling-a-ling.
Yeah. I would have
At
just fuck
one
it.
point.
So let me see. I'm gonna die. Forget it.
We
God.
appreciate you watching. Happy New Year, everyone.
Happy New Year.
And, we'll see you next week. Comment if you would like to. Tell all your friends to subscribe and, or don't. I mean, it's
Don't.
totally cool.
You
It's-
could. You should though. You should subscribe.
Yeah, I mean, any support would be nice. It's not like, whatever. I don't even care.
Hashtag bird snatch.
2019. Yeah,
Yeah.
that was fun, and we enjoyed this challenge. We hope you enjoyed it too, and we will see you next week. Appreciate it. Talk to you later.
Cheers.
Cheers. Ding, ding,
Ching, ching.
ding, ding, ding.
Wait. Let's see if we can do it. No. Hold on. I heard one clink. Where are you guys? There you go.
Oh, there you go. There you
There's
go.
one.
No, this is.
I got it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let us gently touch our glasses.
All right. Let's move. How do we get out of here? Don't touch me. Fucking on your own.
Trying to feel that sweet ass.
I can't see still. I found the couch.
Are you petting me? Are you just petting me?
I'm just petting you.
Boobs. Okay.
You look like fucking Daredevil when he only had his fucking.
Okay. Wait. Camera's been moved. Okay. Okay. All right. I'll go to the audio then. We'll just pause this here.